Thank you, everyone. Good evening, and thanks to all the attendees for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to meet with us. Whether you're a supporter of Rebuilding Alliance for a long time or if you just joined Rebuilding Alliance for the first time, welcome and thank you. My name is Nejmah Haddad. I serve as country representative for Rebuilding Alliance, and I've been with the organization for 5 years now. I'd like to talk a little bit about what we've been doing in the past in regards to Ramadan initiative and parcels. Rebuilding Alliance has been working on the parcels since 2022. And since then, we've grown a lot with our work, and I have a lot of colleagues on the line that can talk about that. As we approach the month of Ramadan, we're reminded, of course, of its core values and compassion and the generosity and dignity and responsibility that we have towards one another. And for families facing ongoing hardship, especially in Gaza, this period carries both deep spiritual meaning and added daily pressures, making timely and respectful support especially important. And that's why we're here today. Rebuilding Alliance began distributing Ramadan and Suhoor parcels in 2022 as a modest initiative to support families. In 2023, Rebuilding Alliance was able to distribute food parcels again to sorry, I'm losing the slides, to 130 to 1,361 families, 958 of them in Gaza Strip, 253 of them in Masafir in the West Bank. And this was in the same time of Easter, where we were able to distribute 150 food parcels to families in Bethlehem. Rebuilding Alliances also worked on the Ramadan campaign in 2024. And this time was a specifically special time because we were in partnership with World Food Program, where we were able to deliver and serve 2.4 million suhoor and iftar meals in partnership with World Food Program. In 2025, we also worked on the Ramadan campaign and were able to distribute food parcels to over 1,000 families who received these special parcels. And as you know, it was a very difficult time as the escalations continued and resumed in Gaza. Today, we're here to take you behind the scenes to this initiative to show you how it actually works and who makes it possible and how it becomes possible, and why our community-based organizations who are luckily on the line with us today and have internet are at the heart of everything that we do. I have with me on the line today our executive director, Ms. Donna Baranski Walker. She'd like to say hello to you guys, and after that, we'll move to our other colleagues. We have Rafeek, our Gaza program manager, Mrs. Najah, the director for our Women's Program Center in Khan Younis, and we also have from Youth Vision Society my colleague Neveen, who will talk to you also about the initiative and their projects that are done in their places. With that said, welcome Donna. تفضلي.
Thank you. So proud to be here and so proud to be part of this remarkable team. Our efforts to bring Ramadan, actually, it predated the war. We've been doing this for so many years with our community-based, non-governmental partners in Gaza. Very much an initiative that has always been small and then really grown because of the ability of donors to support this. This year, we're showing you how we do this in advance before Ramadan so that you as donors will feel confident in supporting this effort. We start small with this one. Our goal is 500 packages, parcels, so 500 families to benefit. But our real goal is 1,000, and our real goal is 2,000. So hopefully feel confident about this, and then tell everyone you know so that we'll do more. We know the quality of how this works, and I know the depth of the commitment, the perseverance, the determination, the kindness, the warmth, everything that goes into our being able to visit those who need things most, be able to assess their needs, and then to respond to them. So thank you very much, everyone. Welcome to my colleagues, and please go ahead. Back to you, Nejmah.
Thank you, Donna. With that said, it's now my pleasure to introduce our Gaza program manager, Mr. Rafeek, who leads the on-ground coordination of our Ramadan and Suhoor Parcel Initiative. He'll take you behind the scenes to show you how these parcels are prepared, from needs assessments to sourcing to coordination with community-based organizations and our quality checks and distribution planning. His work ensures that each parcel reaches the right family in time and in a dignified way. With that said, تفضل أستاذ رفيق.
Thank you. I'm Rafeek Al-Madhoun, the RA Gaza Program Manager. I'm very pleased to be with you this evening from Deir al-Balah, from Gaza, after a ceasefire, with much optimism that situation will be in this Ramadan better than the previous Ramadan. This is the third Ramadan after the 7th of October 23, when changes in life happened in Gaza. And as you all know, Gaza was upside down. The first Ramadan was in the 24th. It was really under mass destruction and there was much need. And luckily we were providing hot meals at that time in partnership with World Food Program and also the food parcels from other donors. Last year, we managed to distribute the parcels 1 week before Ramadan, and there was a ceasefire, and we were all happy to have a ceasefire and to hope for a better calming situation. But unfortunately, within 1 week from the beginning of Ramadan, everything turned around and the fire broke again and the war continued. This year, we have a different story. We have a ceasefire. We have the World Council of Peace. We have many talks about the second phase. We hope that things are getting easier. We see that borders are open. Siege is a little bit relieved from Gaza, and now the availability of food is there. Prices are reasonable. Still, the people are in need because there is no real income. Most of the people are not working. Most of the people have no cash still. And even buying on credit is not that easy still. So how can we help people in such situation with all these challenges? With our community-based organizations, our partners, and you will hear from them directly right after me in this webinar, we managed to put a list of the needs, of the items that could be within the food parcel this Ramadan, which could include not only canned food, rice, and other dry food. It should include fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, to make people feel a change. Last year it was all canned and dry food. The year before it was like hot meals plus dry food, as there was no fresh vegetables available in the market. This year is different. So we are trying to include all the fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, plus we could include a chicken, frozen chicken as a protein in the parcels. We are trying to find the proper way how to distribute it based on the exact timing of delivery so we avoid any damage of these chickens. How can we get these items available for distribution? We have met with our community-based organizations, partners, and we identified the lists of the contents. Now, each one will do their procurement process through finding or requesting a quotation from 3 suppliers. After that, we will define who is winning the order and make all the allocation plans, how to identify the families, what is the eligibility criteria, And the eligibility criteria usually a woman-headed society, woman-headed families, or families with orphans, or families who have disabled people. These are the priority to be given or to be put on our beneficiaries list with our partners. Plus, the allocation plan will show how and when and where the supplier should deliver. After the delivery, each NGO or each partner have to sign a receipt of receiving these parcels and then play the distribution phase. The distribution usually, we ask the people to sign a fresh signature on it to ensure that the people have adhered to their criteria in selecting beneficiaries, plus to show our donors a transparent process and to make sure that we have our beneficiaries happy by the end. They have, based on our calculations, they will have 2 weeks enough food for suhoor and iftar for a family of 5 persons. This is like in short. We try with people this Ramadan to be in advance of distributing this before the start of Ramadan. So some people still hesitant whether the ceasefire will continue or not. Some people are scared to have the same scenario of the last year. For that reason, we are trying to push the procurement process to be ready and things are delivered to the people before the start of Ramadan to make people in the worst scenario, they have their food for at least 2 weeks. And inshallah, there will be another round after 2 weeks of Ramadan based on the donation and how we can get much more support from our donors. And plus, this is for the first time we are trying to include also in the parcel something to get the children happy. And Mrs. Najah from the Women Program Center of Younis will talk about it, that locally made toys to be included in each parcel to make children happy and to make uh, the center, the Women Program Center, proud of what they are doing and help the people smile, help the children have a toy as a gift and not only food, because food is essential, but the children need more than food. People need the care, need the smile, need the warmness and the care. For that reason, Ramadan is a month, a holy month, is a month of a transition to clean hearts, to clean minds, to make the spirits much better. So we in the RA try by our contribution, our food parcel, the toys, through our partners, to make a smile for the people, to feel that we have a valuable contribution to make people fed, to make people happy, to make people find suhoor in these dark nights. Not only food, it is a message that we are with you and we hope we could do much more better things and more things. We hope we could distribute solar lights to make people make the suhoor at mid of night on a light, not a dark. You cannot imagine how you can eat little things on dark, how you can move in your tent in dark, how you go to toilet at night in dark. So a lot of things is needed, but RA is trying to find the best a transitional thing, starting with food, toys.
That's our
And
big dream, isn't it? You know, just we delivered 35,000 solar lights in the past. May we get back to that, you know, make that happen this year, inshallah. And that'll be depending on everyone who's listening and everyone who hears us to be reaching out to their members of Congress and really pressing for, you know, the essence of what peace needs to mean. Hopefully we start with this, and please help us do so.
inshallah, and people are in need also for a lot of things. The first thing is to feel peace, inner peace. And with this little food we are giving, we try to help them feel the inner peace. And thank you for joining us in this great webinar. Thank you for listening to us about Ramadan and how we can help people in Ramadan. And I want to congratulate everybody in the world by the occasion of the Holy Ramadan. And we hope this Ramadan will have better timing for all of us, especially the changes that happening, and we are hearing about the Peace Council meeting on the 19th of this month, and inshallah things could be much better for Gaza. And Gaza is the beginning, and it will not stop in Gaza. It will continue to have a peaceful region, inshallah, and a peaceful world. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Inshallah, thank you so much, Mr. Rafeek, for you and your team and everything that you do. Behind every parcel is a family preparing for this Ramadan with hope, and uh, this hope, hopefully, that they're going to be able to break with, their fast with dignity using this parcel, and to feel that they are not forgotten. If you feel called, guys, to support this work, we invite you to visit our Launch Good page. If you can share that, team, on the screen. Your generosity really helps to turn this compassion into action and ensures that the families are supported through our trusted local partners that do know their communities the best. And also, if you support us, we will be able to do our second round, hopefully. We're striving for 500 now, but hopefully we can be able to do another 500 in the middle of Ramadan, which means these people will be covered all throughout the month. And as Mr. Rafiq mentioned, there will be vegetables and fruits, whatever we can get our hands on, to really give a very good parcel for these families. With that said, I do want to introduce our CBO partner, Ms. Najah. Uh, our community-based partners bring complementary strengths, of course, to Rebuilding Alliance. Some of them focus on youth engagement, such as Youth Vision Society, who's with us online as well. The Women's Program Organization, from its name, focuses on women. We also have CBO partners that work with the disabled community. So each one of our partners is specialized in their own fields, and as I said, know their community at best. Mrs. Najah is a very special partner of ours. She's been a partner of ours for a very long time and has had several initiatives with us, so many that we can't even mention all of them right now. But one of them is probably the meals program, where she was serving meals in Rafah way before we started our meals program with World Food Program in Gaza during this time of war. In addition to a teaching supported initiative as well. And amongst other things. With that said, تفضلي Ms. Najah, we'd like you to talk about your parcels, your work, and also the dolls that we're going to be adding this time around to the parcels. We're very excited for that. تفضلي ست نجاح. Lema, will you be translating for Ms. Najah?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. I hope she's still with us on the line because she hasn't spoken yet. Ms. Najah, انتي هون? I think she fell off.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be here.
Okay, that's not a problem. Thankfully, we have Neveen, Neveen, our coordinator from Youth Vision Society in the north in Gaza. اتفضلي Neveen. Neveen will talk about more of the initiative. اتفضلي.
Hi everyone, it's nice that I'm here with you. I'm very glad and very proud to be in your circle and to be working with you on such great work that you do, that you have been doing for years and years here in Gaza Strip, especially in Gaza City. My name is Neveen. I have been working for Rebuilding Alliance since 2018, recently shifted to working with Youth Vision Society as a person in between to facilitate and liaison between RA and Youth Vision Society. As all of you must know, that the war has affected the lives of the people in Gaza Strip so severely that people are still healing and recovering. Not so much though. So what has been happening for the past 2.5 years, it's a ceasefire now, yes, of course, but the situation is still very, very dire and very, very difficult. People actually need all the support they can have, and all of the giving that you can give. It's actually, I was just mapping in my head what is it that I'm supposed to talk about in this webinar. And I had this idea that when the war started, everything in Gaza Strip has failed. The government failed, the government system has failed, everything has failed. And what actually helped and maintain the lives of the people is the support of the NGOs that are working in Gaza Strip, the international NGOs and the donors from beyond the seas that kept their work going, that took local NGOs like Youth Vision Society and other NGOs working. I look back now and I tell myself that if it wasn't for this work, for this humanitarian work that all of the local and international NGOs have done in Gaza Strip, people would have starved to death. From major NGOs like UN NGOs under the umbrella of UN, and to other smaller NGOs, to Rebuilding Alliance, to local partners, all of them have kept people alive in Gaza Strip. This is the third Ramadan after the war started. And just to mention that the situation in Gaza Strip has been divided into two. The situation of the people in the north of Gaza Strip and the situation of the people in the south of Gaza Strip. In the north, like people like myself, I did not move to the south. I stayed with my family in the north of Gaza, and it was way more difficult for us than the people who moved to the south. Of course, they are not blamed. They fled for their lives, and they've kept themselves alive. Now I look back and I think, did I make the right choice by staying with my family in the north? I'm not sure. I just know that I am lucky that I am alive with my family. So it was really, really difficult for us in the north, and we've lived through two starvations in the north. There were times that we did not have anything to eat. We would eat starch water just to keep the bellies of the children fed and full and keep them from falling apart. Everything was missing from the markets, everything, absolutely. We used a loaf of bread that is the basic food for the people in Gaza. We would divide it among ourselves, all 5 of us, and we would share it for like 2 or 3 days. Those are like difficult days that have passed now, but that does not mean that things are way better. No, yes, they are a little bit better, but we still in dire need of your help and your support. Now that we are in the ceasefire, everything in the markets have changed. Now, a little bit of the siege that has been lifted, especially in, let's say, specifically in nutrition area. Now, the border is open for food now, and you can find things in the market like vegetables, like fruits, like different kinds of protein and meat, but they are not on the reach of everyone that is living in Gaza Strip. It's still extremely expensive for some families. Some families can actually handle buying them, but others can't. That's very unfortunate. So what the work that NGOs do when they provide such food parcels, especially for Ramadan, is really, really amazing. When they extend this helping hand by providing dry food or canned food, that was amazing. It saved our lives during the starvation that we lived in. But now things are better. We can find fresh food in the market, which is amazing now. Helping us, the people of Gaza Strip, by giving this parcel that contains fresh food, a possibility of a protein, that would be very much appreciated by the people. People would be ecstatic to find a parcel that has protein in it, because it's very scarce and it's very expensive. Not everyone can buy it. So when we proposed, the original idea for the food parcel in Ramadan, it's just for iftar and suhoor. So it would have been amazing if we could have provided a little bit of protein with the parcel. But it could be helped if we're holding another webinar in 2 weeks to speak for the rest of Ramadan. So hopefully that will happen. The holy month of Ramadan is very, very important for the people in Gaza, in the entire world. Muslims celebrate it everywhere, and it's kind of a big deal. It's that time of giving, that time of forgiving each other, time for prayer, and time for being human more than anything else. So what we appreciate that whatever you can give, whatever you can donate, whatever you can do to help those people who are in need. Youth Vision Society has been active in the humanitarian sector in Gaza Strip for the past 15 years, and we've been partners with Rebuilding Alliance. That's opened. This is like I need to say this. This is honestly it's not just what I feel. It's a fact. Rebuilding Alliance opened the door for Youth Vision Society to work with huge donors that work under the UN umbrella that provide, meals and provide dry food, and open the door for us to work for organizations like OCHA, like WFB, like Oxfam, like other, those donors. All of this happened because of Rebuilding Alliance. Everything that happened to the society in the past war happened because of Rebuilding Alliance. So we are
everything good that happens.
I mean, the only thing that is good happened. No, seriously, this is a fact. You've opened the door for Youth Vision Society, and we have you to thank for everything that we can do now, for all of the services that Youth Vision can provide to the people. So thank you so much. And
we are so proud of you. That's just so amazing, and just really amazing to see. We deeply value our Palestinian partners, the community-based organizations that made it possible for us to do good work throughout. Like being able to I think that's the thing I would want people to know, that as we go into Ramadan, we're asking you as our partner to define what the box, what the parcel will contain. Yours in the north is more amazing than anything. It made us like step back in shock, because in a good way, because there's even the possibility that you'll be able to distribute meat, like chicken and possibly beef. And we're all amazed, like, how do you have refrigeration? Where's the meat coming from? How did this work? Could you talk a little bit about that? What will be different about your package, or what's different from past time? What are you looking forward to?
well, we look forward to providing something different, something special, something that would actually make the people happy, that they're finally receiving a parcel that contains meat. Whether it was chicken, whether it was beef, red meat, people would be ecstatic. What the idea is that the vendors, after of course going through the procurement process of selecting a vendor, this vendor must have refrigerators, and when we deliver the parcels, we will be delivering from their warehouses, so they can take the chicken or the red meat already frozen, not spoiled in any way whatsoever. So they will collect it in the right moment that comes out of refrigerating, so it will not go rotten, it will not go spoiled, or people would complain about you've given us something that is not good. No, we're not going to remove it from the refrigerators. We're going to bring people to the vendor who's going to deliver along with our team in their warehouses, their refrigerators.
Do you know where the vendor is getting this from, or?
They're actually traders that they have they have facilitation for their goods to come through the borders. You know,
Yeah,
things
supply
have
chains for it.
yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Things have changed, and as you know, the Israeli side have selected 10 traders to primarily work with. So those 10 traders, they bring in food, different kind of fresh food, whether it was vegetables, fruits, or different kinds of meats. They bring in clothes, they bring in shoes, they bring in makeup and cosmetics, they bring in furniture, they bring in wood. It's still very, very expensive. I'm sorry for the hustle. Someone knocked on my door and my dog went mad. Just give me 1
You have
second.
a dog.
Yeah,
Aw.
here we go. That's Ninja.
Aw.
That's Ninja. Ninja. Okay. So yeah, we will. All those traders provide Ninja. خلاص. Ninja. Those traders provide all of those goods and they sell it in the local market, and that's how things, you know, have been better for us. And just give me 1 second.
Thank you. I would mention that Neveen is back in their home. It was so close to whether their neighborhood, so much of it was destroyed, so much of it in the next block over and then down the street. There was one moment, very short moment, when she and her family finally had to leave. It was at the end of September, I think, or maybe toward it was when the mass evacuation of Gaza City took place. And then they were able to come back, and you still have your house standing. That's all I was explaining. So.
Yes, my house luckily remained. You remember that day when I called you right before I evacuated to the south in September? I evacuated only for 2 weeks, just for the record. The reason I evacuated is because it was so dangerous and the Israeli tanks were at our street and the quadcopters were shooting at the houses. So anyone who was still in their house, they would have been killed. I would have been killed with my entire family, so I had to evacuate. So luckily the hustles, you know, stopped at my street and it was not demolished. Everything to the north of my house has been completely demolished.
And the library and the school also, or?
Yes. So the library, the Edward Said Public Library, is just the street before my house. We are in the same neighborhood. We are just one street away. The library was not so lucky. It was, you know, bombed and demolished completely. But the good news is we did not give up. We are reopening the library, the Edward Said Public Library, on Monday, inshallah, next
Oh,
week.
really? Wow.
Yes. We rented a new place, a very spacious one. It's a duplex villa that has been, you know, been bombed from everywhere, but somehow still standing. We rehabilitated it. We rebuilt the walls that have been, you know, bombed. It costs a fortune because there's no cement. But we, Youth Vision Society, have insisted that this kind of library, this kind of culture and education should not be forgotten from people's minds and hearts. So we are reopening on Monday. I will probably give you a live feed then.
Oh, wow.
A live feed so you can see. Yes, we are so proud that we were able to do this.
Wow, inshallah, congratulations. That'll be amazing.
Thank you.
And then we'll do our best to help get books to you. That'll be the next challenge.
Yes.
So, good.
Donna, Neveen, I don't mean to interrupt, but I want to see Miss Najah is online if she can unmute before
Bye
we
bye.
let her
I will
in.
see you in bed.
مرحبا ست نجاح، تفضلي قبل ما يروح الكهرباء.
مرحبتين. هي راحت الكهرباء بس النت هو اللي بيروح وبيرجع. المهم كل عام وانتم بخير، وكيف حالك يا نيفين؟ كتير مشتاقة لك ولكل الشباب والصبايا.
سامع صوتك.
واليوم إن شاء الله يا رب هيك يكون هذا رمضان خير علينا كلنا. وطبعا
تقدري تحاولي
كالعادة
تفتح كاميرا ست نجاح؟
تمام ماشي. خلينا نشوف كيف ممكن هذا. شايفة كيف يضوي الكشاف.
Wow. in the dark. Welcome, Mrs. Najah. Thank you so much for coming and joining us.
from the dark. كل عام وانتم بخير، وكالعادة متعودين انه نسعد العائلات وخاصة بالحرب كان دورنا ايجابي في كل المجالات، وان شاء الله هذا رمضان بيكون مميز. والسلة المرة هذه مش بتحفظ بس، مش بتقدم اكل بس، بتقدم كمان فرح للاطفال، وهذا اشي منيح يعني، سواء كان للاطفال وللسيدات اللي ممكن يستفيدوا من هذا الشغل اللي دربناهم، ويكون فرصة كمان إنه ممكن بعد هيك نستمر في هذا العمل، وبتشجيعكم أنتم ممكن يكون فرصة لبعض الصبايا مبادرات
خليني
إنه
أترجم
تكون
خالته
فرصة
نجاح.
للدخل. تمام، تفضلي حبيبتي يا لما.
She's starting with welcoming Ramadan and saying may it be good for all of us, and as usual, like Rebuilding Alliance and the Women's Program Center try their best to make it good for people and make it positive and support people as much as they can. And this year the parcel isn't just special because it provides nourishment and food, but it provides enjoyment to the children by providing stuffed toys in each parcel, and an opportunity for women to work and be supported. تفضلي.
وكمان يعني إحنا برضو ما زلنا بنقدم الوجبات الساخنة. صحيح إنه إحنا ما بنقدر نحصل على الوجبة اللي كنا نشتغلها من خلال مطبخ السيدة نجاح، لكن بأقل الإمكانيات إحنا اليوم في بعض المعلبات بنضيفها، بس طبعا ما بترضي الناس زي ما بنقدم لهم الإشي الطازج أو المجمد. نتأمل يكون في عنا الجمعة أقل إشي في رمضان يكون في وجبات ساخنة ممكن نقدمها للصائمين، وإن شاء الله يعني يكون رمضان خير علينا وعليكم. وبنتمنى
So
نكون كمان هاللعبة اللي حنعملها تكون تنال استحسان الأطفال، والسلة تكون يعني بتلبي احتياجاتهم من السحور، والشغلات الطازجة ممكن تساعد في الإفطار. وكل عام وأنتم بخير ورمضان كريم. وبنتمنى كمان إنه الداعمين ما يبخلوا علينا ويكونوا يعني حريصين على تقديم الدعم لهذه السلة وتوصيلها لأكبر عدد من الناس. شكرا لكم.
تسلمي. So she's saying that they're still providing hot meals, but it's not as amazing as they were doing it before the war, like to support people. So this, like, they're doing it now with like their ability is less because they're not using fresh food and like meat or like chickens, but they're using canned food, which doesn't provide the enough nourishment for people. So what they're hoping is to like do hot meals this Ramadan, but include like nourishing ingredients to the cooking and the distribution. And she's hoping that this Ramadan the toy they're including in each parcel will provide enjoyment to the children, and that the whole parcel would satisfy people's needs. She's also hoping from all supporters for Building Alliance to not like to be generous and support as much as they can, because this is a meaningful thing for all people in Gaza. And she's saying Ramadan Mubarak and Kareem, generous Ramadan for everyone.
طبعا هذه نماذج من العروسة اللي احنا بيشتغلوها الصبايا.
This is
يعني
example of the toy they're making it handmade inside Gaza. It's locally made and handmade as well.
يعني هاي نشلتها من غير الباكيت. هاي
Amazing.
بتمنى تسعد الأطفال إن شاء الله.
Mrs. Najah, tell us a little bit about the women who are making the toys, or who's making the toys. Is it only women? Is it teenagers? Or who's making them?
احكي لنا أكتر عن مين اللي بيعمل الألعاب هاي. هل هم بس نساء؟ هل هم شباب؟ هل يعني مين اللي بيتم تضمينه في
إحنا خلال الفترة خلال الفترة اللي فاتت كان عندنا بعض المبادرات اللي بتقدم الدعم النفسي لكل الفئات، فإحنا اشتغلنا هذه الدمى مع الفتيان والفتيات اللي تضرروا من الحرب. كان في منهم أطفال مبتورين، كان في أطفال عندهم صدمات نفسية، كان في أطفال غير مصحوبين. بالتنسيق مع وكالة الغوث الدولية تم يعني التنسيق معهم لتنفيذ هذه الدورات مع هدول الأطفال، واشتغلنا طبعا يافعين هم أكثر من منطقة. اشتغلنا في منطقة المواصي ومنطقة الأهرامات ومع أكثر من مجموعة، واشتغلنا مع مجموعات سيدات كمان، واشتغلنا مع مجموعات مختلطة من اليافعين اللي هم الصبايا والشباب.
أنا عشان أفهم هلا
فالكل هلا عملنا أكثر من مبادرة. كان في عندنا مبادرة واشتغلنا في مع السيدات ومع الفتيات والفتيان، وبعدين اشتغلنا مع الوكالة نفس المبادرة. طلبوا منهم، شافونا شافوا الشغل تبعنا، أعجبتهم، فكروا إنها ممكن يعني تسعد الأطفال اللي عندهم مشاكل من الحرب. فنسقنا معهم، اجت مجموعة من هدول الناس اللي هم غير مصحوبين أو عندهم صدمات نفسية أو عندهم إعاقات نتيجة الحرب، واشتغلنا معهم هذه الدمى وأعطيناهم إياها. وطبعا كانوا كتير مبسوطين، وعملنا أكثر من مجموعة في هدول الأطفال، فأكثر من فئة اشتغلنا معهم.
Okay,
واليوم
so
اللي بيشتغلوا معنا من الناس اللي تدربت والناس اللي هي محتاجة إنه تستفيد من وراء هذا الشغل.
mhm.
يعني إحنا مش بس بنقدم الفرح
Hajin,
للأطفال،
Mrs.
بنقدم
Najah, you've
للناس
got
اللي
to let her
بتشتغل.
I'm
talk.
taking notes. I'm taking notes. Don't worry.
No, but it's the rest of us.
Yeah, okay. So, what she's saying is after like the war ended, they were working with adults, like it includes like girls and boys, and those they were affected from the war and who needed psychological support. Some of them were injured, some of them had like post-trauma and all of that. So these are the groups they were working with, and after that, the International Relief Agency heard about their work and they collaborated with them for a while. And most of the workshops of these were done in the Mawasi area and the Ahramat area. So they were trying like to work with several groups of people to provide that support. And for right now, there are women who are like preparing these. Women who like they don't have like a source of income or something like that, so that they'll be supported through this work and they could like have a source of income.
Yeah, that's right. So it's an extra fee inside of our package that we've put in automatically that will cover like making sure that everyone gets paid has really been a key part of our work. We were so proud with World Food Program that it let us turn bread makers into breadwinners, that everyone who was in the system of the hot meals could be paid. And I know, and actually, Mrs. Najah was the one who inspired the whole thing because we'd been already helping support Mrs. Najah's Kitchen, a very famous project of hot meal delivery for 2 years before war broke out. Just an amazing work and a dream that Mrs. Najah continues to hold. So, inshallah, if we can reach our goals with the parcels, we'll get them. It's an all-women kitchen goal group that delivers. If we get the hot meals running at Mrs. Najah's in the Women Program Center in the way that they would hope. For this moment, though, in every package there'll be at least 2 toys, and everyone who's making them in the project will be paid accordingly. And also through our Gaza Giving Card project, that one can order them for families in Gaza if you want to get extras to families that you know or families where needed most. We're happy to source that through the Women's Program Center.